In any good relationship, there's no such thing as obeying. Both people look out for each other. Both people are decent. Both people are faithful. A partner. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. And what's the sense of getting married when all the marriages I know, they weren't married. Much worse than cheating. When kids get raped, then, it's out the window, they're married. Whatever. Okay. Good people who are honest, if you're honest, then there's no reason that you'd ever have to obey. There would be no reason for rules. There's no reason to obey when somebody cooperates from the get-go and does what a possible insane abuser tells them to do. But then what happens to an insane abuser? They change their mind. They change their rules. They are insane, like pretend a lot narcissists. I just sat in the corner of the fucking room as a rat. I didn't, hey, you can't accuse me of doing anything when I don't. I only, my God. Go to Walmart, buy water for myself. I only have to use I did use this tap water. Water is too. He has no memory of any of it. I went out my way when I first was with him, the first week, thinking that maybe he'd be okay. He's so annoying, but it's just maybe, I never lived with him, so I wouldn't know, if he knew anything about respect, and he's never respected me, and it's the worst thing that you could ever possibly do. Move in with someone who you argue with nonstop. And that's the way me and pretend a lot narcissist always was. And my late husband, and every other insane abuser. Oh, well, why does she meet all these insane abusers, pretend a lot narcissists will say? That's just the way this horrifying earth is. It's filled with horrifying abusers. Pretending a lot narcissist. If you're currently triggered childhood trauma, yeah, I am, triggered by insane abusers saying that I was never harmed. He could care less. He could care less about that nude picture that was shown in the slideshow. In my family slideshow. My cousins, I wanted to die. And he just laughed and said, oh, that's an innocent little baby picture. When the little baby is on a white rug or a red rug and their bottom's showing and they're nude. And that's what he compared it to. No, I'm getting off the potty. I'm 3 years old. I'm not a baby anymore. So, in my opinion, a child molester would take that picture. That's not a baby, and just to come up with all the crazy shit that he comes up with. Little baby girls masturbate in the womb of a mom. What the hell? It's fucking nuts. Well, that's what the doctor said. Because a doctor is a child molester like me. And I'm going to believe in all the bullshit that I hear. It's horrifying. He actually said, because he listens to all the wacko doctors and stuff, I fantasize about rape. Yeah, this is the shit that he comes up with out of hell. The most deepest depths of hell. Like, no woman would ever, you know. It's just... So, whatever. There's too many insane people. And look at how much time I just wasted right now. 4 whole minutes on pretend narcissist. Total airhead. Doesn't matter what the hell you tell him. He doesn't remember any such a knucklehead. No. Yeah. When you... What is man's life but a vapor? And that's what gives me the peace that passes all understanding, to know that verse. So I don't get any more mad. So if I just forget everything, which I have to do, I have to deliberately forget about pretend narcissist and all that he's done, then I freed myself. A victim has to deliberately forget. It's the only way they can maintain and move on. I don't know how anybody else does it. Jesus' blood healed me. Patrick Teahan had wonderful, just like the little crappy childhood fairy lady, and all the other wonderful counselors on YouTube. They had a wonderful, wonderful support. I never had any emotional support. Any people just, so what? You know, I mean, and where I'm at. I mean, I shouldn't be alive right now. I'm totally aware of, you know, I've been through it. And I never, you know, wanted bad stuff to happen to me. And that's another thing that, you know, I was lied to about with insane abusers. Oh, my life used to be total hell. It's at the end of the world right now, and I hope I'm able to help out people somehow. And, yeah, the main reason why of this video was there's no reason that you ever need to obey if you're a good person. If you're an honest person, I mean, like, if you're completely honest, there's no reason, and you cooperate, that's all that's needed. There's hardly anybody out there, you know? I could just name YouTubers going down there, except for Patrick Teahan, crappy childhood fairy. Let's see, a long time. Crappy childhood fairy. Well, so if you're good, then there's no rules to obey. There's nothing. There would be nothing wrong if there were decent, honest people out there. And then to say, well, you know, do you mind if I'm a little sexual immoral? I'm gay. Yeah. So don't kiss in front of me. Don't. Yeah. Actually, that is wrong. I'm not supposed to say that. I mean, obviously it's not natural. Obviously the puzzle does not fit. So, it's just, of course sodomy is wrong. It's not where, you know, it wasn't meant for that. And I'd make a billion sweatpants that has exit only on the back of women's asses. You know, how more direct can you get? Like, you know, like, there's so many insane rapists that rape up the ass, and I was raped up the ass, like, and it's horrifying. But my Lord Heavenly Father gave me strength to get over all that. Gave me the strength. His blood, he came down on the cross and died for all of my pain and all of the sin and hell that was created, that worked against me in my life. I had nothing to do with my life. My life was, I was around insane abusers, like paternal narcissists he will never admit how awful he was to me in 2020. I mean, seriously, our Thanksgiving, which is coming up, this is November, what am I doing for Thanksgiving? Nothing. The mission used to be open for anyone can eat Thanksgiving. Now they closed for, that's wrong, man. So with him, I got a crappy little turkey meal. I'd rather just make my own. I'd make my own real mashed potatoes, my own stuffing, and my own. Heaven, I'll just eat roast beef. My favorite, like, I'll just make roast beef. I don't like turkey. I don't like chicken as much. Everything's wrong in this world.